Platform is a 2020 sci-fi horror film.
Platform is not a sci-fi horror film, contrary to what I just said. This was my 5th video that I had recorded of the day, as you will see evident in the bloopers at the end of this video. So yeah, I was just kind of tired and I had recorded a lot of videos. This is more of a thriller, psychological thriller, but it doesn't have an ounce of sci-fi. I feel like this actually could maybe happen. I don't know. Okay, bye.
The movie is set in a vertical prison called The Pit, where prisoners are housed in different cells. So instead of the jail cells being horizontal right next to each other like that, they're stacked on top of each other, like skyscraper style. Each day, a platform filled with food is taken through each level of the pit. It stops on each level for a limited time so that each of the prisoners can eat. Now, this isn't your typical jail food. It's actually quite over the top. Each dish is perfectly prepared and quality checked for standard. The platform even includes desserts. Now, if your gears are turning, you're already asking 2 questions. 1, how many levels of the prison are there? And 2, what happens if the food runs out? If you have either of those questions, keep watching this video. The main character wakes up on level 48 and he tries to befriend his less than social cellmate. He explains to him that there are several levels below them and that each person stays on whatever level they go to for 1 month. And it doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to how they get on the levels. It's kind of just at random. So you can randomly end up on level 1 or you can randomly end up on level 48 like our main character. Now, if you're lucky enough to be on a higher level, that means that less people are going to pick over your food. But if you are unlucky enough to be on a lower level, let's say level 48, that means that by the time the platform makes it to you, that means that your food has been chewed up and spat on by everybody above you, which is, yeah, absolutely disgusting. Also, you can't remove any food from the platform to try to save it for later, because if you do, your cell is either going to get extremely hot or extremely cold, and you will slowly perish. This film explores themes of social inequality, greed, and capitalism, and it is absolutely a political film. So if you don't want to get too political, don't watch this movie. Not political in the sense that it's going to be talking about voting and things like that, but political in the sense that it's kind of advocating for human rights. I love this movie and I give it 4.5 Golden Film Reels. I wanted a little bit more from the ending, so I can't give it that 5, but it's a great film. Runtime for the platform is about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and at the time of this recording, you can find it on Netflix. Everything from this point on will contain spoilers for the platform, so if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. But before you go, like this video so I know you enjoyed it, and leave a comment if you have something to say. If you want to leave a comment and you don't know what to say, just drop your favorite food emoji. I love the opening scene of this movie because everyone in the kitchen is working so hard to make sure that this food is eloquently prepared, all for it to be fought over in the pit like people don't give a damn. It's like watching someone paint the most beautiful picture and then watching them set it on fire. We all know that this movie is set to question society and how we all kind of fare in it. So finding out that the main character chose to be here in exchange for a degree really hit home, because I think that that's something that might actually happen. I stand firm in my belief that wherever there's an opportunity to exploit the have-nots, capitalism will find a way. For example, telling an entire generation of people that they need to go to college and then deeming bachelor's degrees useless.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
And I also believe that in drastic situations, people will resort to doing things that they never really thought they would do. I mean, J. Cole said it best.
Anybody is a killer, all you gotta do is push them to the lips.
If you didn't catch it, yeah, there's actual cannibalism taking place in the pit. Now, we get a major shift change about 20 minutes into the film. This is where Gore realizes that, oh, I'm actually gonna have to eat this food because if not, I'm gonna starve. This is also when we find out that people are either jumping off or being thrown off of the higher levels. The interesting thing about this prison is that there are no guards. The inmates, or the people who are making deals to get a degree that's probably gonna be useless, are pretty much free to roam the pit as they see fit. And in a place where a lot of people are criminals, there is no crime because everything is legal. But what definitely should have been legal is the platform riding lady taking a piece out of this human flesh as if it were beef jerky and then chewing it up and feeding it to Gore like he's a baby bird. I touched on this a little earlier, but I really love and think that this is the genius in this film, and that is the juxtaposition between how delicately the food is prepared and the savagery of the people within the pit. People are scarfing down food with their bare hands, not a care in the world for the time and the detail that went into the preparation of the food. It's a stark comparison of how the people at the top behave and how the people at the bottom behave. Because even if you're on level 0, you're still below the ones who aren't in the pit at all. Another great way that this movie holds a mirror up to us as a society is showing that the people at the top levels don't give a damn about the people below them, even though they themselves could very much be below those people next month, while also not being able to say shit to the people who are above them. Then there's that person who takes a literal poop on someone else's face. I don't even think I can show that scene on YouTube. It also does a fantastic job at showing our inability to work together, even when we have a common enemy, which is something I view as a thorn in our political system side. Everyone is so worried about red or blue that no one sees that both sides suck. Elections are gonna be so much fun, guys. We're all gonna have a great time. I'm very excited about it.
I'm in danger.
No one in this prison actually knows how many levels there are. Actually, I'm not even sure that after watching this movie more than once, I know how many levels there are. We started off thinking that there were 132, then 200, then 202. Then Gore makes it all the way to 333, which of course is where he finds the girl who the platform rider has been looking for all this time. Which, by the way, does this just not look hard enough? Because, like, she was right there. Level 333 is, of course, unique, not only because the girl was hiding there, but because this is the only level where if you take food off the platform, you're not going to be penalized for it. And we know that because they were able to keep the Pentagon. Level 333 is also where the platform goes into this basement-like room and kind of goes home and then shoots back up to the top. They never really go into detail about the design of the platform, and I think that's okay. But nonetheless, that pretty much is where the movie ends off, and I really kind of wanted to know what happens when the girl got to the top. I know that the little girl is seen as the message, and I think I understand what that's supposed to mean, but not really. Is she the message because she's the only child under 16 to ever be in the platform? Or is she the message because she was somehow able to survive on level 33 where people never get food? I really don't know. Maybe this film kind of went over my head in that area, so if anyone knows or can better explain the ending, definitely let me know because I would love to know more about it. But yeah, I haven't been able to figure it out, and that's why I can't give it 5 stars because I'm just confused. Now, if it was meant to be confusing, then that's okay, but I'm still gonna give it 4.5 stars because I don't like that. But if you have figured it out, let's chat in the comment section. If you want to keep in touch outside of this video, subscribe to my channel or come hang out with us over on Discord, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my day. Not you messing up on the intro, bitch. It's time to stop recording for today. That's why it's the last one. Sci-fi thriller. Not sci-fi horror. Sci-fi thriller. Today, the platform filled with food is sent through the platform to each level, and at each jail, there's actual cannibalism. What am I saying? Insert that I'm in danger, Ralph meme. Oh, 333 goes into, not the basement, my intellectual disabilities. That's it.
Better at Coachella, I went to see Chica, she with the CC trip.